What's something only poor kids did that wealthy kids would never understand? My mom refused to believe toothpaste could actually be empty. According to her, toothpaste companies were running some kind of scam. The tube would get squeezed, rolled up, folded in half, flattened under a coffee mug, and when it looked like there was absolutely nothing left, she'd grab a pair of scissors. That toothpaste tube was about to undergo emergency surgery. She'd slice it open, scrape every last bit onto our toothbrushes, and somehow we'd get another week out of it. Meanwhile, I was standing there wondering if Colgate knew my mom was exposing their secrets. The funny part? I honestly thought every family did this. Then in 8th grade, a new girl named Emma transferred to our school. She was nice enough, but talking to her felt like watching a reality show about rich people. She complained because her parents had replaced her phone with last year's model. I was still using a phone that took 30 seconds to open the calculator. One afternoon, I invited her over to work on a science project. The moment came after dinner. My mom picked up the toothpaste tube, looked at it, nodded to herself, and reached for the scissors. Emma looked genuinely alarmed. Why is your mom cutting the toothpaste? So we can keep using it. She laughed. No, seriously. I am serious. She stared at me for a few seconds before asking, why wouldn't she just buy another one? I shrugged. Because there's still toothpaste inside. She frowned. But a new tube is only like $3. I remember laughing, not because she was trying to be funny, but because she honestly believed $3 was such a tiny amount that everyone could spend it without thinking. I said, $3 buys dinner for some families. She didn't argue. She just looked confused. Like I told her the sky was green. Years passed. We graduated, went our separate ways, and I forgot about that conversation. Almost 15 years later, I ran into Emma at a grocery store. She recognized me first. We ended up catching up while standing in the toothpaste aisle of all places. She laughed, picked up a tube, and said, you'll appreciate this. Then she pulled a tiny pair of scissors out of her purse. I burst out laughing. She smiled. My husband started doing this after we had kids. She shrugged. Turns out there's a lot more toothpaste in there than I thought. I couldn't resist. So why don't you just buy another tube? She covered her face and groaned. Please don't. I was an idiot. No, I said. You just never had a reason to know. She nodded. It's funny. Growing up, I thought being careful with money meant people were cheap. She looked down at the toothpaste in her hand. Now I realize they were just making sure tomorrow looked a little easier than today. I still hear my mom saying, there's at least 4 more brushings in here.